Okay, you Tmax curious, I'm updating a video that I had done, might have been the first or the second one, probably the second video for getting into these taillights. I was completely wrong. The owner's manual says to take it to the shop to get to it. I'm not going to let anybody tell me that I can't work on my own scoot, so I wanted to try to figure it out. So I assumed that it came in from here. Just as I was coming out of my office doing something else, I was rosy curious, and I wondered, after looking at the parts list, it shows the back of the turn signal brake light housing here, and it shows the lights going in with the same kind of twist-in bulb holders that we used, that I modified for the new winker lights. So I wondered, okay, where is this? It's got to be here. So being Tmax curious, I started taking things apart, and I found it. And I've deleted the one that I did coming in through the back. That's not how you get to it. So let me reset up, and we'll go in and do it the right way of how to change out the bulbs in case you burn out a brake light or a turn signal light the way you're supposed to. What you're going to have to get to, there's 4 chrome-plated acorn nuts that hold in the rear fenders. Now pull them out. That lets the fender assembly fall down. Now I'm going to reset up and go back in behind because there's some pop pins in there that you've got to do. Once you've got the bolts out, the back starts falling down. You've also got on each side 2 push pins going up this way, up through the side panel here, and then down in here at the very end, coming through sideways into this direction, there's another set of pins on one on each side that let it fold down but still stay in place. I don't know if that's to facilitate the maintenance, so you just drop them down, pull out the 4 on the side and the 4 bolts, drop it down, work on the light, stick it back up again. But it didn't seem to want to, the way it's leveraged, if they would have moved the pins farther forward to the end of this piece of plastic, it would have worked the way I said. You just drop it down and it stays in place with those 2 pins, but they moved it back up and it hangs up. So it's real easy to pull them out. So then that gives you access to the bulbs up in here. And let me reset up the camera and we'll show you what you're going to see. I guess the easiest way to do this is with my my mirror. And so here's the light, here's underneath. Okay, let me move this wire out of the way. You can see the I'm going to get my finger on it up here. It's on the mirror. You can see the brake tail light in here. And okay, it's difficult to get in here. This is the left side bulb and its holder coming out. Projections. You can see those little stubs sticking out the sides. So let me get the light back in. We'll start putting it back together. The first thing I did was I lifted it back up into place and then just kind of hand tightened those 4 nuts on the inside with my my socket, just to suck them up and get them into place. Also take your light and check, make certain that the wire that comes down to the license plate light doesn't get pinched by anything. The next thing we'll start doing is putting in, and let's see, there's 6. Gotta go hunt one. There's 6 little pins. Now they're all there. They go back in to hold the fender, the inner fender forward into the bodywork, and we'll get those in. There's 2 on each side, and then there's the 2 that go this direction on either side too. So we'll get them in right now. And remember, the theory of the push pins is pull them out so that you have a projection of about, I don't know, 3/16 sticking out, and you'll notice that the little white spot on the barrel collapses around the notch on the pin. So we'll come back to this. You got to be really careful that you don't bend one of these little guys backwards when you stick it in. One last thing you want to, like I said, is make certain that the cables are free and nothing is pinched. This the tail light license plate wire has a little protector on it to keep it out of trouble. And the last thing we have to put on is the little square plate in the tail here. And it has a little notch in here that goes onto a notch in the middle of the red lens. And then there's some little tabs along the side that have to go into some notches. Okay. And then pins. The ones along the side you have to kind of play around with, because the panels here want to move in and out and up and down. So as you're trying to just get the pin in, to push it in, the yellow or the panel, the side panels, yellow or blue, will want to tend to roll in a little bit. So that's all on. All you have to do now is torque, check my service manual, and torque the bolts back down on the inside. And I'll do that, and we'll come back and finish off. Okay, manual says 10 Newton meters, 7.2 foot-pounds. There's also a little, when I was looking at the parts manual, there's a little underneath the nut. There's a little. You think it's a washer, but actually it is a washer with a barrel underneath of it to protect the plastic from the torque of the bolts and nuts, so they stay in that part, so you don't have to worry about them coming out. So one thing you check when you get done with anything, make sure it works. Okay. I'm going to, as I said before, I'm going to delete that first video I did when I was going through all that stuff and taking this off. That's not the way to do it. I'm a much wiser and better Tmax mechanic now than when I was when I first got it. So, talking to, or listening and reading the posts by the 4 members for their people that are just getting their Tmaxes, take your time, be patient while you're working on it. It's not that difficult. And hopefully I'll make all your errors before you do, so that you will be able to enjoy your Tmax as much as I'm enjoying Rosie here. And working on your own bike is a great way to go. I haven't got into anything heavily in the engine yet, but I don't think I'm going to worry about that. These things are reliable as hell, and I don't think it's going to be, I might keel over dead before I ever have to do anything with it. So this is the way you get to the lights, not the way I did. You just drop the rear, what the hell you call this damn thing? I'm getting old and forgetful. You drop the rear wheel spray guard, and it's right up in here, beside this other little plate. This little plate and this thing, and you're ready to go. So, onward and upward.